In 2024, tensions between the United States and China reignited, not on a battlefield, but in the global marketplace. What began as a targeted trade measure has quickly evolved into one of the most aggressive economic confrontations of our time. As of April 2025, the U.S. has officially raised tariffs on certain Chinese imports to a staggering 125%, with some sources citing specific categories seeing rates as high as 145%. But what does this really mean for both countries and the world? At the heart of this move lies America's strategy to protect its domestic industries, particularly in sectors like electric vehicles, semiconductors, and green technology. By drastically raising tariffs, the U.S. hopes to curb China's competitive edge, encourage domestic manufacturing, and rebalance what it perceives as years of unfair trade practices. In the short term, there are visible benefits for the U.S. economy. Tariffs could potentially revive certain American industries, spur local investment, and redirect supply chains back to North America. This Made in America resurgence plays well politically and symbolically strengthens national resilience. But this approach isn't without serious costs. American consumers are beginning to feel the pinch as imported goods become more expensive. Higher prices on everyday products, from tech gadgets to household goods, could further fuel inflation. Meanwhile, U.S. businesses that rely on Chinese components face rising production costs, forcing some to reduce output, delay innovation, or raise prices for end users. In trying to hurt the competitor, the U.S. may inadvertently hurt its own economy. And then there's China. Although the tariffs deal a heavy blow, China is not a passive player. In response, it has accelerated efforts to expand into new markets, strengthen trade ties with Europe, Southeast Asia, and the Global South, and double down on domestic innovation. China's strategy now focuses on self-reliance and supply chain independence, a pivot that may, in the long run, make it even more resilient. From a global perspective, this tariff escalation sends shockwaves through supply chains and increases the risk of a fragmented trade system. Countries caught in the middle must choose sides or scramble to adapt, as the world's two largest economies engage in an economic tug-of-war. In conclusion, while the U.S. tariffs are designed to reclaim control and push back against economic dependency, they come with trade-offs. Consumers pay more, businesses adjust, and the global economic order shifts. As for China, it may lose in the short term, but it's already adapting for the long game. The tariff war may be heating up, but the real battle is not about taxes. It's about power, resilience, and the future of global trade.